Hi, everybody. This is Tanya from Tango Business Coaching, and I thought I would pop on here for a couple of videos to talk about strategy, strategic planning, performance management, and all the sort of pieces that kind of go along with that cycle. So it is November. It's mid-November right now, and I have been involved with a number of organizations getting ready for either their upcoming annual cycle or getting ready for a longer term strategic planning cycle. And I guess 'tis the season, right? Like it is the time of year, again, assuming you have a Jan 1 fiscal year or planning year, it's the time of year to be wrapping up the last annual plan and to be thinking about next year's plan. So if you haven't done so already, you've got about 6 weeks to get going on it. Actually, less because of course there's communication and all of the other pieces that go along with it. But I would suggest if you haven't started it already and January is the beginning of your planning year, it needs to become a priority in a hurry. So I thought I would take the opportunity in this video to just set it up, right? So what is strategic planning and all the pieces that go along with that. So strat planning 101. So the first piece that is so absolutely necessary in any kind of strat planning is that your organization needs to have a vision, a purpose, a why, whatever language label that your organization gives it. You are crystal clear on why you exist as an organization. It should be inspirational. It should be directional. And it should be, it should just be an inspiring piece that employees and your customers can connect with. And it's longer term, right? It's out in the future. Following that vision piece, that purpose, your why is what we call a mission. That is more short term. It is something that is living in a shorter term, maybe it's a 3 to 5 year sort of time frame. It's more current and it is explains more about what you're doing. Like, what is the business that you're actually in pursuit of your why, in pursuit of your purpose. That is your mission. So getting clear about what you're doing, your vision, why you're doing it, and then sitting alongside all of that is how you're doing it. So your culture, your values, your behaviors, and intentionality, of course, is the key around all of this. It's not only important to talk about why you're doing something and what you're doing, but how you're doing it. Those three components go hand in hand with each other. And if you're doing it right, then you're really hitting this zone of excellent performance, right? All of these pieces together are driving toward your purpose. So once you get those three sorted out, and those don't really change, right? Like once you have them set, they don't, you might tweak them every now and then, but they really shouldn't change because they should be rooted, the root of your organization, right? And you don't take a plant and, sometimes you'll transplant it, but you really always have this root system in place, right? So once you have those three figured out, then you can start thinking about strategies, right? So the first set of strategies are those longer term ones, those 3 to 5 year strategies. They are meant to drive that mission forward, drive your purpose forward. They can be then broken down into annual plans. So that's kind of the cycle, right? Those annual plans are usually broken out into what we call goals. Those are written in a SMART format, ought to be written in a SMART format. So that is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, timely. There are other versions of SMART that all apply. The point is you are writing goals that are crystal clear, that come with metrics, that you understand that what success looks like at the end of the year when it comes to that goal. You're clear who's responsible. You're clear about the mindset required to actually get those goals done. And I want to say on an annual basis, like the KISS mantra is a good one here, the keep it simple, stupid, right? You don't need that many goals. Often where I see leaders trip up is they've got, 10 goals for an employee and the employee has no idea what they're doing. They have no idea why they're doing it. They're not written specifically enough. I want to say if you're a leader, this is one of your key responsibilities is to help your employees have really good goals, help them understand how they align in this chain of excellence that I've talked about here, this strategic planning process, understand how this goal that they are accomplishing drives toward the mission and then ultimately the vision of the organization, that this employee is contributing to something really valuable. And you don't need a ton of goals. You need 2, 3, 4, maybe goals max, depending on how complex these goals are. And your job as a leader is to help connect the dots for employees so that they understand how their role fits with everything else. So when I get into the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about performance management of those employees and that goal. But this is just high level strat planning, annual planning. Love to hear your questions. Also would love to hear like what's worked for you in the past. Where do you see this falling down? And of course, if you ever want to have a dialogue about it, happy to have a conversation. So I will see you in the next video, and happy strat planning, everybody. Have a great day.